Always forget to hit the button. Peace, liars. What's up? This is your boy Eru. Happy 4th of July. Tomorrow's 4th of July. This is a live shotgun podcast, man. We just got an alert just now that Isaiah Roby just got waived by OKC. So I mean that needs to be like unlocked. You know what I'm saying? That was like the magic word the last podcast. Unlocked, right? Shout out to State. But yo, OKC, what are they doing over there? I understand they're trying to stockpile young players and stuff, but Isaiah Roby is not like if he was on any other team that would give him an opportunity drafting and stuff like that, that he would definitely be their starting power forward or starting small forward. They actually had him playing center a lot. So I just don't get it, man. I just don't get what OKC is doing. Shout out to their roster and things of that nature. But let's just get into it, man. Look, this is the tweet here. Originally posted by Mike Scotto from from Hoops Hype. Shout out to Hoops Hype. I use a lot of their stuff, man. I like their graphics and their stuff that they do there. But I mean, like they broke the story. OKC, just waived him. Not even Wojnarowski and Shams posted anything about this kid. But I mean, this is ridiculous to me because like this, they just stackpile talent and stuff there, and like I don't know what they're doing. Let me just backpedal real quick. If you just look at it, people are like kind of shocked. Look at the shooting. This guy here posted the shooting, 44% 3-point shooting. Whatever, catch and shoot threes, all the other analytical bullshit that people like to post, man. But people don't like to do the 36 a minute stats. But I mean, if you put that from last year, you're talking about 8 rebounds, 2 assists, 17 points, 1 point something blocks per game. Like I said, the 3-point shooting is there. Like I don't even need to post the stats. I was going to. I've been looking at it so crazy the last few minutes that I freaking memorized it by heart by now. So I mean, this dude is really good, man. I just want to scroll here to see if anybody else here. Yeah, look, that's another one there. Why is DeAndre Jordan still getting contracts, but a guy like Isaiah Roby, can't stick with a team, man? It just bugged out, man. So anyway, let's really talk about Isaiah Roby. Let's get this out of here and just talk about really. Let's look at what OKC's roster looks like. So I'll pull up their roster. So I mean, like, listen, man, the Knicks are a laughing stock, right? Always a laughing stock. It's always a freaking joke every time that they talk about talk about us. But let's matter of fact, let's look at the actual draft that OKC had. So if you look on the screen, this is NBA Draft.net. They drafted Chet Holmgren, okay, of course. So scroll down. They got Osimhen Deng. That's the guy that we had drafted and traded to them. So they got Osimhen Deng. So they basically got two replacements for Isaiah Roby there. Did they have another player down there? They had another player in the first. No, they did not. So I mean, the second round. Oh no, excuse me, they did. They had somebody in the Jalen Williams. Yeah, they drafted Jalen Williams, a 6'6", 210, swingman, basically. They're obsessed with those type of players, and that's exactly what Isaiah Roby is. But like I'm trying to say, they had him playing center for Christ's sake. I just don't get it. But they're stockpiling talent. So I mean, it's great to get these draft picks, right? And it's great to stockpile talent. This is what a lot of Knicks fans want to do. They want to draft guys and keep drafting it. Oh, we got to build from within. But yo, man, you have to use the talent eventually. You have to like start to say, okay, this is the guy I want, and you got to start building around the guy. Especially if they're giving you positive thing. These guys are working really hard. I know these guys are working hard for their own careers and stuff like that. That's why I don't get development when people talk about development and stuff like that. I don't get that conversation because I mean, like, a team like OKC, is OKC developing this guy? Because I mean, I had it up just now, but he actually played for like a Dallas, I think, or some other team. Let me just bring it back for a second. He actually played. No, he just played for OKC. He played for OKC the whole time. So I mean, is OKC developing him? You developing him to waive him? I just don't get it. Look at this. Like the first year he didn't play. This has always been having problems with it. First year they didn't play. The second year he finally got some minutes, 23 minutes a game. Was able to get 8 and 5. 5.6. 1.8 assists. He's a good player, man. You're talking about 23 minutes a game, zero point 0.1 steal, 0.6 blocks. You can just use your own math that this guy, if you give him extra minutes, he's going to be able to give you starters minutes. And the what seals it for me is the forward progression with the field goal percentage. Now, with a player like this, 48% from the field is decent to me. 3-point percentage is one thing, but he was able to build that up to get it to 44%. From the field, flat 54%. That's solid for an NBA wing. But like I said, they got him playing center for Christ's sake. I just don't get it. He's 6'8". So let me just show the roster here. This is what I was getting at before. Darius Baisley. Shout out to Darius Baisley because he actually destroyed the Knicks in the last time we played OKC, where Mitchell Robinson actually had 17 rebounds and had a very dominant game. But then when it came down to it, Darius Baisley was the one playing center, and also too Isaiah Roby. But Darius Baisley was the one that destroyed us in the fourth quarter and in the overtime of that game with right in front of Mitchell Robinson. So it's embarrassing that we got beat that way. But I mean, this team chose to play 6'8" guys playing center. Like, what are they doing there? I feel like they should be fined by the NBA. Such great talent. Darius Baisley, like I mentioned, is a good talent. Poku is a good talent. He showed a lot of flashes and stuff like that. I've been watching film of Isaiah Roby, and then like it seems that him and Poku have a really good ESP together. Shout out to Trey Man. Trey Man played really well against us that time. He shows a lot of skills. He's an NBA player. He can fit on their team if they decide to play in minutes. Of course, Shea Alexander. Okay, Shea Alexander is who he is. But what the hell are they doing with this guy there? He's in his third year, going into his fourth year. So I mean, they did pay him. So I mean, what are they doing there? How are they building the team around this guy? Josh Giddey, they got him listed as a shooting guard. He's really like a small forward, but he has point guard skills. 6'8". They like 6'8" guys. So they're just trying to put 6'8" guys out there and just mix it up. Everybody gets minutes. They paid Lou, whatever his name is, Lou Dort. They paid him for what? Why did you pay Gilgeous Alexander? Why did you pay Lou Dort? Why? Let him go. You have guys that fit those positions. You got if on the Lou Dort, you already got Theo Maledon. He's another good player. Like I mentioned, they got Trey Mann. He's really good. Aaron Wiggins is pretty good. Everybody here, Jeremiah Robertson Earl. I think we drafted him and ended up flipping him some kind of way. I could just go down. Kendrick Williams is good. Like I said, Isaiah Roby, Mike Muscala. That's one of the centers that I wanted as well. I'm glad that we got Isaiah Hardenstein. I'm glad that we got him. But I was looking at Mike Muscala as a guy. He's like an NBA veteran, 8-year veteran. Derek Favors is another guy that's pretty good. I mean, they got a roster full of decent guys. So I just don't understand why they're not like quote unquote developing certain guys to elevate them to get them into to what you need them to be. So I mean, you don't just waive a guy like Isaiah Roby. So what are they trying to do there? Are they trying to make a trade? Are they going to try to flip Shea Gilgeous Alexander? Because I mean, it doesn't make any sense that you would just waive Isaiah Roby. He has talent in this league. He has value in this league. So at least get a second round pick. So you just for a team that loves first round picks and loves draft picks in general, that you just take Isaiah Roby and you tell him go kick the kid, go beat it, kid. Like, what the fuck is going on here? So I mean, right off the bat, a team that has money is San Antonio. But San Antonio already got a team full of 6'8" guys, and where the hell is Isaiah Roby playing for that team? So I mean, shout out to like teams like LA, the LA Lakers, and teams like that are stockpiling. Shout out to the Clippers, guys that have all these high salary players. They're gonna be the ones that's gonna get the Isaiah Roby's, and then he'll be able to do whatever, man. But I really believe in this kid. A little bit of background from him. He played for Nebraska, but he's like a late bloomer, one of those late bloomers. Same thing like Obi Toppin, late bloomer. Ended up playing, I think, 2 years in 2 or 3 years in college. So that's a part of his story as well. So he's a late bloomer and he was able to continue to build his game. I think Isaiah Roby is good enough to be a starter in the NBA. Some teams that don't have power forwards, So to me, I think this is like ridiculous, man. So I mean, it just leads me into the direction like what is OKC doing? Are they looking to move on from Shea Gilgeous Alexander? Is this the reason why the Knicks are trying to open up cap space? Because this is a Knicks podcast. I'm not talking about Isaiah Roby, but we got to bring the Knicks into this. A lot of talk is about Donovan Mitchell. A lot of talk is going on some other players out there, but nobody's talking about Shea Gilgeous Alexander and why the hell these guys in OKC are signing these guys like Luke Dort and Shea Gilgeous Alexander is not moving the needle, man. I just don't get it. And on top of that, Luke Dort and both of these guys are not even available. They always hurt, and they basically play the same position: point guard, shooting guard. Like, what are they doing over there? That's who you decide to pay, and then you got guys off the bench that could play that same position, like Josh Giddey and stuff like that, and you lock up the. It just don't make no sense. What do these NBA teams be doing? But these guys get paid millions of dollars. Meanwhile, I'm like fighting you guys for giving me the freaking thumbs up and a freaking subscribe. So in the meantime, while I'm thinking about it, please hit the damn subscribe button. You see it at the bottom of the screen there. You'll be alerted whenever I post new videos and all this other thumbs up. Everybody knows this by now. If you watch YouTube, it absolutely helps the channel. So I mean, like, it doesn't make any sense. It just drives me crazy, man. Let me just post some actual game footage, and I just talk about it just so you guys can see from what I see. So like I said, the kid's from Nebraska. He went to a no-name school because he wasn't highly recruited. He started getting recruited as soon as Nebraska gave him an offer. So of course the other teams start coming in because, like, just like the internet age, whatever. Even before the internet age, as soon as one guy gets hot, next thing you know, all the freaking thirsty bastards like the Dukes and Kansas and North Carolina, they start hollering and try to steal players away. That's how they do it. It's a dirty game. But Isaiah Roby, he wanted to go to Nebraska because he has that loyalty. So these are all great assets to have, man. So let's look up this YouTube stuff, man. So I'll click it really quick because, like I said, I'm getting killed with the copyright stuff, man. So make sure I turn the sound off, and then just enjoy this game, man. The reason why I like this game because it just showed him really playing more off the ball stuff. This is the Orlando Magic center at the time guarding him. So I mean they had him playing. I just don't get why they were playing him center. If you look over at the top of the key, number 10, that's our guy Fournier. This is actually not last season, it's the season before. So Fournier, we're gonna see. Oh, I forgot where it is, but we're gonna see him guarding Fournier at one point, and they're exactly the same height. So Fournier is a legit 6'8". He's kind of big. He's a big freaking dude. You don't really notice that. But a guy that they had playing center is the same freaking a size as Fournier. So I mean, what is OKC doing there? I'm just watching the manner in which he plays. Nice little dribble moves, very strong legs, man. He's able to post up a center didn't want no smoke with him. He's good at filling space. He can hit the three. Look at that. He just dropped him. He just dropped him without even putting the ball on the floor, man. It's really good offensive talent, man. You know what I'm saying? Very strong base. I really would like to see him guarding Fournier. I hope I didn't miss it. But on the inside, very solid frame. He's not a center. Even though they got him playing center, he's not a center, man. Here he is playing on the inside. He's very good, very strong, man. Solid hands, good footwork on the inside, man. Good finisher. I mean, he is incredible. So I mean, this is not the clip that I actually wanted to show you guys, but you guys get the gist, man. This guy is a really good basketball player, and like whoever picks him up, I think will be great. I would love this dude on the Knicks, man. So I mean, the Knicks have we're spending cap space, we're wasting cap space right now. If we end up trading Julius Randle, I think Isaiah Roby would be the first guy I call, man. Because if you're trading this guy Julius Randle, the only way we're trading him is if we're going to get Donovan Mitchell. To tell you the truth, trading him, you're going to get Donovan Mitchell, and that's it, really. Who else out there are we looking to trade? To get that type of talent. So if we make that trade for Donovan Mitchell and somehow Julius Randle's involved in it, Isaiah Roby has got to be one of the first guys we call, man. He is a really good basketball player. So shout out to everybody here. You got Pudge Nice is always here. Thank you very much for hanging out. Ralph Diaz is here. Almighty Finesse. What does Waived and Isaiah Roby had to do with the Knicks, man? You listen to the podcast, man. Almighty Finesse, you always fucking with me, but I appreciate you for coming through and being that troll that we need on these shows here, man. But I mean, listen, the Knicks need to stay active, making moves. We still need to get talent. I haven't made the Brunson podcast yet. I'll probably do it tomorrow. It's kind of busy. Like I said, this is the 4th of July weekend. I got things to do. I just got into the crib when I got that alert, and I felt like I needed to make this podcast just to talk about him. Because I mean, if I'm not gonna, because I don't see anybody talking about him, so I had to get this kid some kind of love, man. Definitely appreciate his work ethic and everything that he brings. And if I can make a comparison for the kid, it's Harrison Barnes. Me and Steve was arguing about Harrison Barnes and Fournier the other day. But I mean, we can get this dude right now, and he's basically is Harrison Barnes, very solid base. Can play he can basically play three positions: power forward, small forward, and he can play center. He showed that he could play center, for OKC. So I mean, the dude is like a Swiss Army knife front court guy. And if you're looking to win, like I said, if we get rid of Julius, we're gonna need a backup, or we're gonna need somebody to be that Swiss Army knife guy. Jericho Sims. A lot of people saying, well, we could just play him at power forward. But if you got that idea, like, oh, we could just play that guy at that position, then what are we doing? What are we really doing here? So that's why we're talking about certain prospects and stuff like that. Yes, he was drafted by the Mavs, because I did see an interview where he was talking about, when I was with the Mavericks, right? So that's why I mentioned that he played for another team, but he actually was drafted by them, and he got waived. They waived him first. Yes, he didn't really get a lot of playing time in the beginning, man. But I mean, he is a really stud player right now, and it's somebody that we really should talk about. Salute to Shot Powers once again. Uh, yeah, man. Some of these guys here. Kanal Willis. Thank you guys for tuning in. It's a quick podcast. I just need to get on real quick to get that thought out. Me and State were thinking about coming on tonight to have a remake, whatever, but it wasn't really nothing to talk about, to tell you the truth. And we can probably mix into something tomorrow. What's up, everybody? Alton Lee. Shout out to Alton Lee, Kelly Bones. What are you talking about here? They don't have enough roster spots. That's why they dropped him. Yeah, but I get that, but you just don't drop a guy for no reason. You drop like bums, like you drop like waving people is for bums or for old guys, not for guys, right, that are like primed to make the next step, like talent wise, to make the next step to become a solid starter, and has proven themselves to be like capable of being a solid, at least solid rotation player for a team that's going to do something. So you just don't waive them. I just don't get it. It's bizarre what these NBA teams get away with. And then like people getting on me, like shout out to my man early on, like I was saying, that he likes to bust my chops, all the time, right? But people bust my chops for the littlest thing, but a whole organization in the NBA gets to do stupid shit and nobody says nothing. I mean, like all these draft picks that they stockpile, I feel like the NBA should find those motherfuckers, or either force them to go back to Seattle and cut the bullshit. You know what I'm saying? Like, who the hell's watching basketball in OKC? What is there to do in OKC besides nothing? Besides nothing, what do they have there? So I mean, it's just killing me. It kills me, man. What are we saying here? Let me see what Sherman's saying. He's always telling somebody to stop it. Please stop it and get rid of our best player. Yep. Man, Julius Randle, man. What are we gonna do with that guy, man? I can think of so many different ways of how we can win. Tom Thibodeau's of course the common denominator with all this. But if we're gonna get better, man, we need to do better than Jalen Brunson and RJ. It could work. I saw somebody say that Jalen Brunson was a 20-point a game scorer. Not yet. He's only averaged 14 points in his career. In the playoffs, he had a nice little run, but OKC made him mortal again. Excuse me. Golden State Warriors made him normal again. They locked him up. When they played him in the Western Conference Finals. But I mean, he does show talent, this, that, and the other. But all you got to do is just the same way you put a small guy on Julius to stop him, just put a bigger guy on Jalen Brunson and block him out. That it's possible, man. So yeah, man. OKC, man, it's freaking. They need to get some flames in this media, man. They're freaking garbage. Shout out to Ala Wise, man. Appreciate you contributing. Geraldine, MacGyver, all these guys here. It's just ridiculous to me, man. So anyway, I'm not gonna take any more of your time, guys. Thank you for listening. Like once again, hit the thumbs up, subscribe, and all this other stuff, so you can get the notification when I come on live. And shout out to Isaiah Roby, man. Great, good NBA player, good young guy, 23 years old. Whoever he goes to, like say Miami or something like that, somebody that has a spot for him. I hope that he goes to whatever team and does well, man. I would have loved him to be on the Knicks if he's watching this, man. Like I said, I see the forward progression in your career, and I just wish you well, man. So this your boy Eru, 4 fingers to the foretuck and the thumb salute, and I see you guys, next time, man. Peace. Get Roby.